Hello, welcome to Talk Tuesday. All right, so we are here today to discuss our topic. You don't have to earn more to feel better financially. So that's going to be a topic that's going to be good for a lot of people who always feel like, hey, when I start making this, when I make that, then I'm going to do so much better. Hi, thank you for tuning in. Trying to get my son's clothes. I'm like, how's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy to be here with you. Introduce myself. I'm Coach D, your financial coach, and I want to help you to reach and exceed your financial goals while still enjoying life in the process. If this is your first time, welcome to Talk Tuesday. Talk Tuesday is our segment that we almost said weekly, but it is weekly segment where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. And today we're going to talk about just that. You don't have to earn more to feel better financially. So thank you for tuning in. All right. And this month's focus, this is our I was about to say this is our last live of the month when actually it is our last live of the month, but I didn't get to share that with you all. So next week I will not be going live as I will be finally going back home. So today will be my last actual live until next month. Actually, it will be not even next month because this is June. My next live won't be until Tuesday, August 4th. Now, that whole time, I won't leave you. I won't just leave you. I have a little calendar here because I wanted to tell you. All right, so next week on the 30th, I'm going to have a recorded video that will publish. And I'll have it published right at 6 p.m. so that, we'll stick to the schedule. You'll be getting what you're used to, your video on Tuesday at 6. It just won't be as like live. Like it'll be live, but it won't be as far as me like, hey, thank you for tuning in, how I normally do. But I'm still here with you. And I hope that you will still tune in, check it out, and get what you can from it. So you'll have that next week on Tuesday. And then there'll be another video. As long as I get to record all three videos timely, that's my goal. So as long as I get to record them, you'll have one next week, one on the 7th, and one on the 21st. That way there will be one after next week, there'll be one every other week in the month of July. So the first Tuesday and the third Tuesday in July. So then that'll give you breaks for the second and fourth Tuesday. So, yes. So let's get into it. So, and if you haven't already, register for my celebration event for my 5 years in business. So the event will be Wednesday, July 8th, at 7 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. So you can attend from wherever you are. Visit my website, enhancingyourfinances.com, and secure your seat. All right, so our topic for the month that we've been discussing is financial pressure, growth, and the next level. So we've been going over those things throughout the month because, we have pressures with our finances. And another one we might have is thinking that we don't feel, thank you, we feel like, pressure of needing to earn more to feel better. So thank you for the yay. I'm excited too. A lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts, but I'll be happy to just get in. We're almost there. We're this close. So we're this close. But let's talk about it. So earning more um, doesn't make you, feel better. And why is that? And I don't want to say like, income doesn't matter because income definitely matters. But, when you make more, it doesn't always make you feel better. Sometimes other things come with that. And in our mind, once I get more, I'm going to feel better. So things come with more income, and it's not always financial peace. So what we're going to do today is go over a couple of things that will give you financial peace outside of more income. However, more income sometimes will help you, but it's not the only thing. So that's my thinking of the title. You don't have to have more to feel peace. So, number one, and you'll notice some of the things we discuss is like we're discussing the same things over and over again because these things matter. So, number one, knowing what's coming in. I know we talked about this, I'm sure, last month, but knowing what's coming in as far as what income you're actually receiving is going to give you the financial peace of knowing if I have things coming up, I have things that I have to pay, I have events, I have different things coming up. So, knowing that my income, 2,500, is going to hit my bank account, guess what? That's going to give me peace. I have something coming that's going to help me do what I need to do. I have something coming that's going to help me to, here goes my train. I'm not going to miss that train. Let me tell you, I'm not going to miss it. It's such a distraction. So, but yeah, having, see what I'm saying? But the income coming in will allow you to know, like, be prepared. Like, hey, I have this coming in, so I know I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to afford this. I know I can use this income to help me with that. Or maybe you paid something and you have to pay the difference and you're not looking. And he's horn too. It does give you peace. It does give you peace. Thank you for bringing me back on topic. You know, that train throws me off. So, but yeah, having the income is going to give you the peace of knowing or knowing it's coming. It's like, okay, I can do this. I can plan for this. I can be prepared for this, and maybe something to do here. But I know my income's coming in here, so I'm going to be good. So that's a good one. Knowing what's coming in. A lot of time we know what we make, but we need to be sure that we know what we're actually receiving. That's a big one because we don't think about, what's actually hitting our account. We're thinking about what we know what we make as far as how much I make an hour times how many hours I work. We used to calculate that. We get our big number, and that's not what hits our bank account. So, number one, the deductions, fees, taxes, not to mention if you have money going to different accounts. So, if you already have, like, if you're a savings first person and your money or your savings goes directly into your savings account, so that does not hit your actual bank account that you work out of, your working bank account, then you need to be thinking, what am I receiving? So, knowing what's coming in. So that's a big one because I know sometimes we'll check our bank account like, hey, I thought I had this much in here, or I thought I should have this much in there, or I thought there would be more. So knowing what's coming in will give you financial peace. My next one, the same thing, but the opposite. Knowing what's going out. This is another big one. If I'm not tracking what's coming out, if I don't know my bills, I don't know when they're coming out. Let's say I have auto pay, that's going to mess me up. If I don't know that my price was $50 and this month is $55, and that happens on more than one bill, that's going to throw me off. Right? So I make good money, but where the heck is it going? We'll be in a situation like that. Like, hey, where's my money? I thought I would be able to take this vacation, or I thought I was going to be able to, go to the spa or get my nails done, or, something. And but my money is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. So we have to know where it's going, know what's going on with it, and when it's coming out, how much is coming out, what account is coming out from. And this is for my people who have a bunch of savings accounts or a bunch of checking accounts. And in our mind, we're splitting money up. Here's here. This is good for this. This is good for this. But sometimes we'll go too far and get confused because now I didn't think about it. I have this money over here, but then now I don't have enough here. Then this bill's coming out here. And then, but if you have it all organized, you're good to go. But if it's something that can throw you off, that can send you in a tizzy. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. If you expect to have something and you're like, I don't know, where my money's at, but maybe a bill that you didn't realize came out annually, not keeping track of it, and then it just jumps out. So then now you're like, where'd that $79 go? Or where'd that, that could have been, make or break you, that could have been in there for a bill. And then you might have a large bill that comes out. Like I have something that's on automatic pay that's almost $700 that comes out every month. Well, if I'm not prepared for it, or if I don't check my account, or if I don't have reminders to let me know, hey, it's coming out on the 19th. So I know to check the day before, make sure it's in there, or I have to pull it from my savings or whatever, make sure my stuff is together because I don't want it to not go through. Because then what could that do? Get me some extra fees, get something else going on, or if my card would, go through, maybe that could get me a fee or like, I don't want to know what it's going to do. So I have reminders on myself and that lets me know, hey, 2 days is the 19th. Be prepared for that bill that's coming out. So set reminders. Reminders are big helps. So I'm able to track things like that. Or if you have a planner, you can write it in there. But your planner is only good if you're opening it up and looking at it. So it can't help you if you're not looking at it. Throw everything off track, and we don't want that. No, we don't. We want to stay at peace with our finances. So that's why it's important for us to know exactly what's going out. Just think about it. Let's say I'm going somewhere I've never been before, and I'm not using, GPS, or I don't have directions. I'm just going. Well, I might make it there. I might not. So we want to know where things are going so we can get to our goal, reach our financial goals. The next one, having a plan. This is my favorite. This is so important to me. Having a financial plan, aka a budget. Some people hate the word budget, but love the word having a financial plan. However, you want to describe it, I think they're best for us all to just have a plan. And a key point of that is knowing what's coming in, knowing what's going out, so that we can actually create that plan. We can't create the plan if we don't have those two to start with. So, in our mind, there's too restrictive. But if you make it properly, it won't be restrictive for you because you'll set it up properly so that you have those things that you like, that you enjoy. For me, getting my nails done, getting my hair done, taking a little vacation, which I haven't been able to do in a while, but I will, just going out to get something to eat, um, you know, hanging out, just hanging out. So being able to do what you want to do. Okay, my bills are paid. I've saved for, the holidays. I've saved for a birthday. I've saved for whatever, but I'm still able to go out for a moment, go out for a little bit. Now, not go out and spend $300, but maybe I can go out and spend $100, have a great time, and I'm still doing some of the things I can do because not having a plan, when something comes up, what am I doing? Now I'm like, what am I going to do? Now I'm going to pay this or not pay that. Does this get paid or does this not get paid? Because I didn't have a plan. So when it happened, I'm kind of reacting to things happening. So that's why it's very important for us to have our financial plans. And that's just my thing. When I first got started, I wasn't a financial coach. I was a budget coach because budgeting was my jam. When I first started, it's still my jam. That was my jam, but I love budgeting. I love creating budgets. I love checking budgets. I love, making sure you have everything you need. And I love holding people accountable with their budget. So that was, wonderful getting started. And we'll talk about that on my anniversary event because we're going to talk about our journey. But yeah, that's why I have a service that helps people create their budget, which is a done for you service. I create your budget. Well, I have a done for you service where I review your budget and say, hey, you need to do this, 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 this. You know, those are services that I provide because it's something I love to do, something I know that I'm good at, something I know I can help someone with, something I know that someone will have success with as long as they stick with it. So that's why I do what I do. That's why I have accountability. That's why I'm checking with you. And I'm not the type I'm going to say, just tell me your numbers so I can create your budget. Nope. I want to see your statement. I want to look at what you're actually doing because you could tell me, oh, I only spend $50 on eating out. Now look at your statement. You spent $350 eating out. And my thing is, it's nothing to be ashamed of, but we can't make the proper plan for you if I don't have the proper numbers or if you don't have the proper numbers. And that's just the same as if, you're creating your own budget or your own financial plan and you're not looking at your actual numbers and you're creating your plan and it's like a wish, like, it's like, I wish I was only spending $50 on eating out, and that's what you're putting into it. But then you're setting your plan up for failure from the very beginning because it will not be successful because it's not what you actually do. It's not your actual patterns. It's not something you're going to stick to because if you're spending on eating out, you're going to spend on eating out. So it needs to be in your plan so you can kind of figure out where things, you can cut in other areas if you have a shortfall, or if you're doing good, then like, okay, now what do I do with what's extra? Because if I don't know I have extra, or if I'm not managing what's extra, then I'm just winging it when I could be doing something way more productive with what I have extra. But I don't want to spend so much time on the plan. As you can see, that's my favorite. But the next thing I have, stop avoiding our finances. This is another big one that a lot of people do. Just like I said, we're not looking at it. I don't know what's going on. You know, I'll check it. At some point I'll check it. Or, it's good. It's good. I didn't get an alert. I didn't get an overdraft text message or overdraft email, or my card didn't decline. Like those things. We have people who really, that's how they know what's going on with their finances. And then that's immediately, then they pick their phone up, they're looking, let me log in and see what's going on. And that comes from not knowing what's coming in, not know what's going out. So when you're doing stuff, you don't know if you'll have it. It's kind of like I'm guessing. I'm hoping, like my fingers crossed, like it's gonna work. Let me know if that card works. So we want to avoid that. We want to avoid that. And that's how we are, you know, doing things that don't cause us financial stress. So just like all of these examples, if you were to make more money or you had more income coming in, that would not cause you less stress or give you more peace, because if you're doing these things or not doing these things, regardless of your income, you'll have the same results. So make sure we're checking our finances, because it's like I don't want to see bad news. I'm not looking, you know. But guess what? It's still there. It's not going anywhere just because we're not looking at it. And chances are we're making it worse by not looking at it. So check it out. And that's what we'll do. See, I got my arm is up, so then it makes my shirt wrinkle like that. I need to put my arm down and relax. I talk with my hands, but you guys can't see because my camera's a little bit higher today. And I bought a new camera for when I go back home, so it should be. I don't know if I'm looking very clear here, but at home before the fire, my videos were very clear. Here I have this camera that I purchased that's supposed to be really clear. However, I don't know if it's a Wi-Fi or different things, but it's not giving as clear as I was prior to coming to this location. So when I get back home, I've got another camera, which I probably should have went home and tried this one and see how this one worked, but that's okay. I already got a new camera and I'm excited to use it. So you all won't see the effects of the new camera until my August 4th live, when I go live for the first time in my new office at home. So I'll give myself time to prepare, get things set up so I can get the look, or try to get some of the look anyway. We'll see, because I have to reorder my degrees. They all burned up. But if you watch videos from the past in my office at home, I had all my degrees behind me. So I can't wait to just get back to normal, having a background that I enjoy, not a background that I'm distracted by. Like, oh look, oh look. I had someone say, "Why do you have your teddy bear in your background?" That's my son's teddy bear. That's back there. That's where he has it on the bed. Like, I have to do what I have to do, but I'm still showing up for my business. I'm still showing up for everyone who tunes in, who is here to hear some financial tips. And that's that. I don't know how I got on that, but let me get to my last one. Any trains at your house? No, I don't have any trains near my house. You will not hear a train at my house when I get back home. Now, you know what you might hear at home? Every now and again, we did have an ambulance go by, but you wouldn't hear a train, and you probably wouldn't hear an ambulance because my window will be, I don't have the windows open, even though these windows aren't open either, but the train is literally right here. So right out that window, let me see, out that window is where we park, and right on the other side of the parking is literally the train tracks. The train tracks are right there. So it's very close. So that's why it sounds so loud. But it's such a distraction. And it's like sometimes I don't know, like, can they hear it? Or, is it as loud to them as it is to me? And then it throws me off. So then I'm like, oh, I try to talk over it. Then I forget where I'm at. Then I'm just like, I hear it again. So that's why I just confront it and talk about it. Just say, hey, I hear that train too. All right, so the last one. Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys for a whole month. Well, I guess it'll be 6 weeks. But the last one for, what could bring you financial peace outside of more income. Feeling prepared. It kind of ties everything together that we talked about today. The knowing what's going in, knowing what's going out, having the plan, and what was the other one? Not avoiding our finances. So feeling prepared, being prepared. If I know I can do things, that's going to give me confidence. That's going to give me peace. That's going to help me to do what I want to do, knowing that I'm okay. I'm prepared. I'm going to the movies. I know I can get popcorn and a soda as high as it costs. Or I'm going to the gas station. I know I can fill my tank up. Just let it keep going until it's full. Not, oh, I better stop it at this or I stop it at that. I'm prepared. I know what I can do. I know what I can't do. I know what's in my budget. Let's say it cost me $50 to fill up. Well, guess what? I know I'm good to use that 50 because that's in my financial plan or I'm prepared for it. So I don't want to, being prepared prevents you. I'll say I don't, but being prepared prevents you from having to be stressed when something comes up out of nowhere or when something just happens. So when something happens, it's like, okay, I'm prepared for that. I'm okay. I have emergency fund. I can just, I got a flat tire. I'm okay. Or, I was supposed to do this, I forgot, but I can do it this check. Or, being prepared, just having yourself figured out and being aware of it. And looking at your financials overall. When you try to look at everything at one time, it is a lot. So I highly recommend not looking at everything at one time. Look at different things every week. And this is like what I have to tell myself as far as with my business finances. Like personal finances, okay, but business finances, like it's a lot too. Like I had to worry about my personal and business. So then it's a matter of, okay, I'm gonna look at the bank account this week. I'm gonna look at what do I have? Not what is it called? My PayPal. Different things going on with PayPal. I'm looking at my QuickBooks, making sure everything connects, make sure I have everything going out. Checking my calendars to see what's coming out quarterly, what's coming out monthly, what's coming out annually. Checking, like logging into things to see, okay, things that I pay quarterly or things that I pay annually, how much were they last year versus how much are they going to be when they hit my account? Because most things that you pay annually, although you're paying annually for a discount, might not always be the same thing next time you run it or next time they run your card or, you know, so it's good to be prepared. So now I can plan and be prepared. Like, hey, I know that bill that's coming out in November is going to be $500. Last year was 450. Well, I've planned, I'm prepared. I've had that extra 50 aside, or had I not had that extra 50 aside, I could have put a couple dollars aside, in the months coming to be prepared for that extra 50. But I'm just saying 50, that's not, like a huge number. But however, if a lot of things are different prices, you're gonna need to prepare a little more. So, it's better to be prepared than have to panic. And when something happens, it's I got this. I'm prepared. That's a good one. Car repairs. That's a big one. So I've had my car since 2015. I have been enjoying no repairs, no payment. I just been getting my oil changes, every couple of years getting some tires, things like that. Well, let me tell you, this last year, my car has been doing some doing some things, okay? I've had to get some things that cost a lot of money this year on my vehicle, but it's good to be prepared. So, yes, I didn't have my car note coming out anymore. But what we should do when we have a car note, no longer have a car note, is we put that money aside. So if something happens, I still have that money. So, I mean, not, the chance of us putting our whole car payment aside is probably slim, but it's a good idea to put some aside. If you were already paying 300 a month for your car note, put at least 200 into a savings account every month that you would normally would put into your car payment. Because guess what? You didn't have it anyway. You shouldn't miss it. Then you have extra $100. Maybe you can put on your debt, or maybe you're worried about your debt and you want to pay your debt first and then start saving. But just don't lose track of that 300 that you were using for your car because you can use that on something else. All right, so those were my little tips for today. And I have enjoyed chatting with you guys. I'm totally going to miss you guys. I hope to see you all at the anniversary event on July 8th. You can go to enhanceyourfinances.com, scroll down, and join and register for free. It's going to be on Zoom, and you'll get an email directly after, which will remind you of the date. I think the email that goes directly when you register tells you the prizes that you'll get or what the grand prize is or all the things. Let's see. Can you drop the link? All right, hold on one sec. I don't know what if I switch my screen if it'll turn off my camera. So I don't know if you guys will still see me when I do this. As soon as you go to my page, you're able to see it right away. All right. Here is the link to register. Can you drop the link? That's cute. Now, I don't know, when I put it on here, if it's clickable for you. If it's not clickable, then go to enhanceyourfinances.com. As soon as you open up my website and you scroll down, you should see balloons as soon as you open it up. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, and let me do the reflection questions before we go. I've always have 2 reflection questions. So this week reflection question is, what will help me feel better financially today? What could I do better financially that will help me to feel better right away? So think about the things we discussed today. Is there any one of them you are doing or not doing? Or maybe you can adjust how you're doing them. Maybe you are doing them, but you could do them a little better or do them a little more often, or I don't know, but just think about it. The next one I have is, what am I already doing well financially? Now, that's a good one. I like that question because a lot of times we always think about what we're doing bad. Let's think about the good. Let's praise ourselves and congratulate ourselves like, hey, I'm doing this good. I'm doing this good. I'm doing this good. I didn't even realize it because I'm worried about what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Wow, we've been on here for a while. I must have been chatting today. But but I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope this helps you to see that yes, find more income will help you to feel better. But there are other things that will bring you more peace with your finances. All right. So I will see you. Reminder, next week, I will post a video of myself. They're always of myself, but I'll post a video next week on the 30th. That'll be the day, that'll be our anniversary eve. Also, my son's birthday eve, my anniversary, and my son, same day. My son actually was born on my business anniversary. Isn't that something? He came the day of my baby shower. He said, nope, it's not your business anniversary anymore. It's my day. So, but anyway, the video will post next week on the 30th, which will still be Tuesday. I'm going to have it scheduled. I don't know if I'm going to have it scheduled right at 6 or have it become before 6 so you can watch it whenever you feel like you're doing today. It might be 6, so it can be kind of what we're used to. And then for the month of July, there are going to be 2 videos, one for the first Tuesday, one for the third Tuesday. So that's my plan. Now, if I deviate from the plan, please know it was my total desire to have these videos ready. But if I wasn't able to record, if I'm not able to record all of them, just know I 100% will be here August 4th. But definitely come back and check because I plan on recording these videos so you have something to check out in the meantime. And I will see you all soon and have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a good holiday. And thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you.